Elizabeth J. from Mass said, "Good for you for being so brave to share this journey with the world. Truly, trans issues need to be understood not only by the mainstream society, but by other members in the LGB community too. It never ceases to amaze me that people who spread hatred, the people who spew hatred toward you for doing this, like the ones on this board, always hide behind their words by posting anonymously. They are true cowards, must be Republican. Good luck with everything, Tucker." First, let me say I really appreciate your support. Second, let me say I really appreciate you for, you know, I guess not standing up for me, but, you know, saying something. But, I mean, it's really hard that, for me, because of the very last sentence about the person being Republican. A lot of my friends are Republicans, and they're 100% supportive. I don't think we can make a generalization like that about a particular group of people. My very best friend and my roommate, she's Republican. I don't think it's fair, and I think that if we're gonna teach tolerance about one group, we need to teach tolerance about all groups, and I just wanted to address that because I don't associate with any political group. I'm not a very political person, but I just, I think that we have to be open-minded towards everybody, and we can't make generalizations like that. To a trans man in New York. I don't think it's silly to prevent men from playing women's sports. It's totally unfair for people taking testosterone to play in women's teams. Note that this does not include trans women who are on estrogen and testosterone blockers. When you become a man, you have to give up some things, like playing on women's teams. Trans men have fought hard to be recognized as men. I have no idea why you'd want to play on a women's team. Also, I think it's Also, think hard about the subtitle of this site. You are but one person of very specific experience. As a young white college-educated FTM scarcely represent you as a young white college-educated FTM scarcely represent the transgendered experience, the, in caps and quotes, as though such a thing exists at all. So starting from the beginning. This comment did make me think a lot. I know as well as any person how hard trans men fight to be recognized as men, because I do it every day. Every day. With my family, with my friends, with people on the street, every day. I understand that just as well as anyone else. The reason that we're doing the part of the project where I am being a case study for trans athletes is because this past soccer season, there was about 3 weeks left of the season. I got my first shot with 3 weeks left of the season. That choice to get that shot was totally mine, knowing that I couldn't play soccer anymore. Knowing that, I got my shot anyways because my shot is very important to me. But knowing that and getting cut off from my team that I have been a part of for the past 2 years, my team that has been my family, that hurts more than I think a lot of people could imagine. And I'm not asking for the right, after my hormone levels have skyrocketed up beyond female levels, I'm not asking to be able to participate in sports with women then. I'm not asking to participate in sports with women now, because I am at that point. What the case study is for is trans athletes who want to finish out their seasons, want to be able to play that last game with their team. Because though it varies on a case-to-case basis, your testosterone levels aren't going to affect your performance in a 3-week period. They're not. That's what we're trying to prove. That's what we're bringing to the NCAA. We're just trying to show them that your hormone levels, you can still participate. Like, it's just for that last little bit. And I think it's a very touchy subject, and I I don't have the opportunity to participate on a men's team because I chose to go to an all-women's institution. My choice to come to this institution was my own. And it was for my personal belief was that it's safer. There are plenty of trans guys who don't choose to go to all-women's institutions. That's another video. Anyways, so I just wanted to address that because I understand that we fight to get recognized. I get that. And I get that there's a physical advantage, but that physical advantage isn't instant. You don't get injected and are suddenly 20 times stronger. You know this, I know this, any trans man knows this. It's just, that's not realistic. The subtitle of the site. The site is the Tucker James Project, the Transgender Experience. The being before transgender experience was something that V and I both thought about before making the website. We could put a transgender experience because it is a transgender experience, but the it applies to Tucker. It applies to Tucker James. It applies only to me. I know that every experience is different. I know that I can drop that now. I don't need it. I know that. I know plenty of trans guys who had a totally different experience than I have. I know plenty of gender variant people who have totally different experiences. We're not saying that every trans man goes through the experience I'm going through. Because I know that I'm significantly better off than most people in my situation. I am young, yes. I am college educated, yes. I'm not Caucasian, unfortunately. That's where you went a little bit astray. I am of mixed race. I actually don't identify as a race most of the time. Person is nice. I'm human. But as a young college-educated person with my family support, with my friends' support, I understand that my experience is much different than, say, somebody who gets completely rejected by everybody around them. And I'm not saying that this is the transgender experience, the only transgender experience, but the subtitle, as a subtitle usually does, applies to the title. So, the Tucker James Project, the transgender experience. So, there might be another Tucker James Project, but it's not about Tucker James's transgender experience. I hope you get what I'm saying. So, while we have considered what you said, we feel that leaving the transgender experience is appropriate, because putting a I feel like it takes away a little bit. Yeah. So that's pretty much all of the comments. I mean, I could go through all of the fabulous comments one by one, but most of them are my friends, and they already know how much I appreciate it. And for those of you who aren't my friends and who I've never met before and who are being supportive, it's awesome. It's awesome. I wish we got more comments, because, I mean, we don't really get that many. So comment, please. It's awesome. And the more comments that come in, the more of these videos addressing and speaking directly to you will have. And we might even put up a page where I can have you guys start topic conversations and answer the things you want to say, you know? So, your guys' involvement is really important. We need you to help us. Help us answer your questions. If you have questions, ask them. I'm not going to be offended. It's very hard to offend me. It is. I'm sorry. So, go ahead, comment, ask questions, be bold, and know that we appreciate them.